All right, pro-Palestine folks, Hamas adjacent, you might call them, stormed the Capitol today in a toned-down version of what we can expect tomorrow. 20,000 or so plan to call for the arrest of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. He's in town. We'll be talking to a joint session of Congress. Netanyahu accepted the invitation by House Speaker Mike Johnson, not the president. The vice president, who is the president of the Senate and typically goes to events like this, is going to be in Indianapolis, conveniently, with her sorority sisters. We're not making that up. Johnson had some thoughts about that today.
It has never been more important than it is right now for us to stand with our closest ally in the Middle East and our traditional partner in all these things. And it is outrageous to me and inexcusable that, as the leader mentioned, that Kamala Harris is boycotting this joint session.
Former Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs, former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, John Bolton, is with us, otherwise known as the National Security Advisor. Your old boss, Donald Trump, has said, I don't understand how Jewish people can vote for, at the time, Joe Biden. I think he would now say even more so, the same of Kamala Harris. If she skips tomorrow, doesn't that prove him right?
Well, I think, the Jewish vote is not completely homogeneous. There are liberal Jewish people, there are conservative Jewish people, and it's the liberal Jewish community that votes for Biden and Harris and Obama and their like. And when it comes to Israel, I think their loyalties are dictated by their liberalism, not by their religious faith. And I think that's what people are confronting here. This is just unprecedented, I think, for a vice president not to find time to preside over a joint session of Congress like this. She has her own plane. She can go real quick between Washington and Indiana. She could take an hour and listen to the Prime Minister of Israel. This is a conscious decision. This is not a conflict that she can't get out of, that's for sure.
Right, it's a conscious decision. It's a telegraph to the more liberal part of the Democratic Party, right? That when I'm in power, I'm not going to be as supportive of Israel as Joe Biden is. I think, to sort of put what you said a little differently, for a big part of the Jewish community, it's a lot more important to be liberal than it is to be Jewish. Benjamin Netanyahu is going to meet with Joe Biden tomorrow. We don't know whether or not he is going to meet with Kamala Harris, although there was reporting that he would. Meet with President Biden Thursday at 1 p.m., and then he's going to Palm Beach to meet with Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago. The last time Benjamin Netanyahu got involved in American politics was 2012, Obama-Romney. It did not end well for Romney, and it ended far worse for Netanyahu. How has he not learned from that mistake?
Well, remember, Bibi has faced unrelenting pressure and antagonism from 3 successive Democratic administrations. The Clintons hated him, the Obama White House hated him, and if you ask the Biden administration now, they would say they vote for the first man on the street in Jerusalem they could find to be the Prime Minister of Israel. Bibi also, from his time in America in the private sector as Israeli ambassador to the UN, knows American politics very well. And he may have miscalculated a time or two, but his political ear is pretty astute. And he does what he thinks he needs to do to advance the interest of his country, which any national leader should do. So he may put a foot wrong, but it's not because he wasn't trying to advance Israel's interest. I just wish we had presidents that were more astute in pursuing American interest.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.